You have to know how to start a conversation if you want to sell to someone. Doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or a sales professional. If you and I can't have a dialogue, I am never going to buy from you. We are never going to develop a relationship. The 60-second sale is all about making a connection. It's all about you and me starting a relationship and growing that relationship over time. And the way you start a relationship is you have a conversation with someone. So here's what we're going to do. Right now, today, here on the 60-second sales show, I'm going to give you the script you can use to start a conversation with anybody. And before you say to me, Dave, I hate this. I hate starting conversations with strangers. When I was a kid, my mom told me never talk to a stranger. Never, ever go up to strangers on the street and start a conversation, right? Of course, don't talk to strangers. That's what we were all taught when we were kids. But you gotta do it if you wanna be successful in business and if you wanna be successful in sales. I hate doing it too. The worst possible place on earth you can put me is in front of another human being who I don't know and you say, start a conversation. That's the worst for me. I'd rather be in front of you. I'd rather be in front of an audience. I'd rather be in front of a crowd than in a one-on-one situation. I'm an introvert. You'd be surprised to hear that, I'm sure. But many great salespeople, many great entrepreneurs are introverts. They just have developed habits. They've developed skills they can use to start conversations. So here's your script. I'm going to give it to you right now. Take a look. First point, you go up to somebody and you say, hi. My name is, put your name in there. Don't use my name. Say, hi, my name is, use your own name. Shake their hand. Then you ask them, what's your name? Now, if you don't do this, if you don't say to the person, what's your name, guess what's going to happen? They're not going to tell you their name. You're going to go the whole conversation without knowing their name. Think it's not true? I'll give you a story. I coach a baseball team. I coach my son's baseball team. I'm one of the assistant coaches. My kid has been playing with the same team for over a year. We play 3 seasons, spring, summer, and fall, right? The spring goes through the winter, and it's winter spring actually. But anyway, there's a guy there who I talk to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and when we have games on Saturdays, talk to him all the time. I don't know his name. We've been there for a year. I've been talking to him for a year. I don't know his name. You know why? I didn't do this at the beginning. Hi, my name is Dave. What's your name? Always ask what their name is. Second point, second question. You ask what they do for a living. Hi, my name is Dave. What's your name? Phil. Nice to meet you, Phil. What do you do for a living? Now, no matter what they say, after you ask them what they do for a living, no matter what they say, you say, wow. That's interesting. How did you get into that? Wow, that's interesting. How did you get into that? Practice it with me one time. Say it right now. Wow, that's interesting. How did you get into that? So it doesn't matter if they say, so you ask them, what do you do for a living? They say, I'm a garbage man. Wow, that's interesting. How did you get into garbage? Right? Wow. That's interesting. How did you become an insurance actuary? Wow, you're an accountant. That's interesting. How did you get into that? It's interesting to them. That's why they are doing it. So you always say, that's interesting. The wow, that's optional. That's interesting. How did you get into that? They'll tell you their story. They'll tell you how they got into it. Sometimes the story will be interesting, sometimes it won't, but they'll give you their story. Then you say to something along the lines of, how are you finding business these days? What's the economy been like for you? How is the economy treating you? How is business treating you? And you ask them what their goals are. Now, this script, you don't have to use it verbatim. You don't have to use it word for word, but you should ask them what their goals are for the year. What are you planning on doing for the year? How's business going? What are you planning on producing this year? Come to whatever terms you need to ask them what they plan on achieving this year, what they plan on doing. The reason is because you want to find out what you can do to help them. So before you get to what you can do to help them, you got to find out what their goals are. So what are your goals for the year? What are you planning on doing this year? Then the next question, what would achieving those goals mean to you personally? What would achieving those goals mean to you personally? The reason we want to get personal with them is because when you get personal, that's when you make the connection. So the guy says to you, well, we're hoping to grow by 30%. We've got some appointments with a couple of really good prospects, and we think we could grow our business by 30% this year. 30%? That seems aggressive. Yeah, it is aggressive. Well, tell me, what would growing by 30% mean to you personally? Honestly, if I grow by 30%, I can hire a manager. The manager can run the business. I can take an extra day off and even go on an additional vacation with my family. What you've done there is you've helped your counterpart in this conversation go from a very abstract business conversation to specific goals, and now to what it means for him personally. You're making an emotional connection with him. The emotional connection is the foundation of all relationships. That's what the 60-second sale is all about. It's about creating that emotional connection as quickly as possible. What would that mean to you personally? And what's holding you back? What's keeping you from achieving these goals right now? What's preventing you from achieving these goals? Why haven't you achieved them so far? Well, it's really tough to hire a manager. Well, the job market is just not what it used to be. You want to find out what's holding him back so that you can help him remove that barrier. That's your job. Your job is to help him succeed. That's the key to relationships. We call it having an external orientation. So, what's holding you back? What's keeping you from achieving these goals? He'll tell you, and you say to him, would you like some help with that? I might know somebody I can introduce you to. Would you like some help with that? That's what my company does. We help people hire great people. That's what we're getting to. Now, a lot of times you're not going to be able to come up with on the spot. You're not going to be able to think on the spot of people you can introduce them to. You're not going to be able to think how you can help them right on the spot. So the point of this conversation is to find out what his goals are, what they mean to him personally, and how you can help him. And then you go back to your office, you think about it, of course you exchange contact information, and when you come up with a way you can help him, you call him up and you say, hey Phil, this Dave, we met the other night at baseball, remember? Sure, I remember Dave. You were telling me that you're looking to hire somebody. I've got a great idea for you. One of my friends, a guy I've done business with for 10 years, is a headhunter. He was telling me he gets great sales folks all the time coming to him looking for new opportunities. I think if I put you guys together, you might be able to work on solving this issue and you'll achieve your goals for the year. You'll get to that 30%. You'll be able to take more vacations with your family. What do you say? Can I introduce you to my friend? What's the guy going to say? He's going to say, absolutely. I want you to help me solve this problem. Introduce me to your friend. So what does this mean for you? What does this mean for you and your business? Because all you're doing is you're putting one friend together with another, a new friend you just met with a guy you know already. What does this mean for you? It means you've got a chance to get some business from two people. You've shown the headhunter and you've shown your new friend that you're interested in them. So what are they going to do? They're going to be interested in you. They're going to want to refer business to you. And that's what relationships are all about. It's about you thinking about the other person, you thinking about the other guy, you making connections so that those people will connect you. If you did this once a day, imagine you're walking down the street passing people all the time. You could meet them if you wanted to. You're going into stores, connecting with clerks all the time. You're meeting people every day. If you use this script, these questions right here every day, if you did that, you'd connect with 1 or 2 new people a day, 365 days a year. That's 300 new people you meet if you just do this once a day. 300 people out there looking for business for you because they know you care about them. That's phenomenal. It's powerful. And that helps you make a great living and live a great life. And that's our mission here at the 60-Second Sales Show. If you want more great information like this, take a look at what we have to offer in our course selection. Our courses include scripts just like this, where you can grow and develop your business. Follow the links right here on this page, and you can subscribe to these courses, and you know what? Your business will grow at a breakneck pace, phenomenal pace. I'm Dave Lorenzo, and we're here to help you make a great living and live a great life, and we'll see you next time. What is that? Exit music? Really? very Miami.